What is up, Hollywood stars? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to do a review on the Makeup Revolution foundation and concealer. So these two guys are right here. So if you want to know my thoughts and opinions about this product and you want to see how they applied, then just keep watching. And as always, don't forget to shine bright because it's Low Hollywood time. So I'm going to be testing out the foundation and also the concealer. So these are brand new. I haven't even taken the packaging out, like this little plastic. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I really hope that I got the right color because they did have a good amount of colors, I think. I got this like a while ago and I just forgot to use it. But this one is the F6 color. It's like a really big bottle, and then it's nice and sturdy glass. So this says Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. So let's try it out. By the way, for my primer, I used the Smashbox one. This is the Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I know my skin works with that primer, so I'm just gonna put some of this on. Ooh, so it has like a big applicator. Yeah, so I literally bought this like I don't even know, like a month or two ago. And I forgot. Oh, what? Okay, it smells just like the Morphe foundation. I'm just gonna double check since I have it right here. So let's see. Yeah, it smells pretty identical. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna I guess we'll just go ahead and just use this applicator. Yeah, so, it doesn't look bad. So far, I feel like the color looks okay. I don't know how much to put though. Maybe I'll start off with this much. I do like the applicator though. It's like kind of cool, you know? It's like the Tarte Shape Tape, but in a foundation. So I'm gonna use my Morphe sponge because I know I love this guy. So let's see how it blends out. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, it's definitely full coverage. And I already mentioned it, but it's the F6, the color that I got. So definitely it's very full coverage. And I feel like it's also very matte because I don't see any shine at all. Like this foundation is matte, matte, matte. So maybe I feel like the color might be a little bit too light. I'm not sure, but I think after powder and stuff, it will work. So as I'm pouncing it on, it looks very matte. It looks almost like I'm applying powder, I would say. And I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like it's kind of emphasizing a lot of my texture and stuff. But I mean, who knows? I want to see how it looks all together, you know, like with the powder and the concealer. So never speak too soon. I am going to put, I think, a little bit more down here, and just to see how it layers, and just to get yeah, even when, oh my god, this is like so weird. Even when I put it straight from the applicator, it like instantly dries down. So I am really oily, so I'm going to be really curious to see how it wears throughout the day. Okay, so I also got the concealer, which I know a lot of people really love, and Jeffree Star is one of those people who loves it, and I love him, so I was a little skeptical, but after he said he loved it, I was like, okay, let me try it out. This is in C2, so this is what it looks like, and then I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but it's C2. Yeah, so it smells like the same, so let's just put it on. Okay, so the concealer is definitely not as matte, at least when I first apply it. The foundation, like right away, it didn't even feel wet, actually. This feels wet, and I can see like a little bit of that dewiness. So I'm gonna start off with that amount and blend it out. I always check the nose because usually if a concealer sucks, then it will start to lift on my nose, but so far so good. Okay. Actually, yeah, the concealer actually looks really good, and I feel like it makes me a little bit like airbrushed down here, so I really like it so far. It reminds me a lot of the Tarte Shape Tape, which is what I think a lot of people were comparing it to. And also it doesn't dry like super quick because this side I'm still able to blend it out. And the foundation on the other hand dried out like really fast. So you definitely want to work fast with the foundation. This concealer, I feel like it's just like your average concealer. Okay, so I have the concealer and the foundation on. And I like the concealer. I think it's pretty good for, you know, like drugstore, I guess you would consider it. But the foundation, I just don't know how I feel about it yet. I feel like it's almost too matte. But I don't know, I'm gonna give it a shot, put the rest of my products on and see how it looks. So I'm just gonna set the under eye using a little bit of my Too Faced Born This Way powder. Yeah, the under eye looks pretty snatched. It looks pretty like smooth, just how it's supposed to look. And then I'm gonna use my Morphe Filter 3 powder, and I'm just gonna use a big fluffy brush. So here we go. And this also has a little bit of color, so hopefully my face won't look too white after this, too pale. Okay, so now that I put the powder on, I feel like I like it. It's like pretty matte, it looks pretty filtered, but then again, it could just be the powder because this is a filter powder, no filter powder. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Hoola to bronze up my skin. So definitely not picking up any of the foundation, so that's pretty good. So like I said, I don't think you'll have a problem with this foundation lifting with products just because it is super matte. I'm gonna add some of my NARS Duo. This is the shade Adoration, so I'm just gonna swirl both. For highlight, I'm just going to use the Anastasia x Nicole Guerrero palette, and I'm going to go in with Kitty Cat, which is that pink shade. I'm taking my little JS4 brush, which I love. It's so good. Okay, so it's looking pretty good actually. Let me go ahead and finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on this foundation and concealer. Okay, you guys, so I finished the rest of my makeup and honestly it looks pretty good. Like, I feel like it looks pretty snatched, very matte. I feel like I've said that this whole video, but that's like basically the best way I can describe the foundation. Like, the foundation is super matte. Definitely, if you're very oily, I think you'll like it, but if you're dry, combo, normal, I don't think you're gonna like it, only because as soon as I applied this, it went on and it was like dried. So I wouldn't recommend this if you're not oily. As far as the concealer, I actually feel like I really like the concealer. I think the shade that I got is maybe like closer to my skin tone, so I'm not like crazy about it. Just because I feel like I do like a brighter under eye. Maybe you guys are like, okay, you're crazy, your eye looks super bright, but I feel like it doesn't look that bright. But overall, I feel like it's a good concealer, especially for the price. So final thoughts are that even though I feel like they did work for me, I don't think I would go out of my way to buy these again, just because I've tried other drugstore products that I really, really like, and these were just kind of like, eh. And the foundation, I honestly just didn't like the way it applied. Like the finished product looks good, but I never thought that I would be the kind of person that the application and the way it applies makes a difference on how I feel. But I guess I do, because now I'm just like, I kind of don't like it because of that. So I would say give it a go if you're trying to look for a new foundation and a new concealer. The concealer also, I don't think I would go out and buy it again. I feel like I just love my Tarte Shape Tape too much. But yeah, I'm still glad that I was able to try this out, and hopefully you guys were able to see on camera how it applied and all that good stuff. I know it was probably a very short video, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next video.